Number one, you're not going to make it in this business unless you have a dream. If you don't have a reason to do something when you don't want to do something, guess what? You're not going to do it. See, without a dream, you don't have the passion. Without a dream, you don't have a drive. And I'll guarantee you, without a dream, you don't have direction. A young entrepreneur, they asked him, they said, man, you're so successful. How did you become successful? He said, I'd go to bed with a dream. I would then dream on the dream. And I'd wake up the next morning dreaming what I dreamed about last night. That was our 28th president, Woodrow Wilson. Walt Disney here has a pretty good dream. But the story goes, Walt died before Orlando was opened up. When Orlando was opened up, there was 2 vice presidents on stage, and the one vice president turned to the other one and said, boy, I sure wish Walt could see this. The other one turned to him and said, he did. That's why we're here. See, everything begins with a vision. The second thing that we can take to the bank, no one can perform beyond the way they see themselves. Confidence is the key. But what is our battle? Our battle is belief transfer. Making sure people believe they have the capacity to achieve. Number 3, and finally, you have to believe in the vehicle will take you all the way. Now, in the reverse, when we've seen people fail, number 1, especially those that are in a leadership capacity, they give up trust in the vehicle. They say, oh, this vehicle can't take me any further. It's taking me as far as I can go. I have to find another vehicle. Or they'll no longer believe that they have the capacity to achieve because they achieved at a different level and then they just started disintegrating. And most importantly, they lose their dream. They lose their dream. She was 20 of the 22 children. 22 kids. She was number 20. At age 4, she had pneumonia and scarlet fever. As a doctor, you can imagine. It totally paralyzed her left leg. At 4 years of age, they put this heavy brace on her, and she'd drag it around from 4 up to 9. The doctor said, you'll never walk. You're never going to walk. At 9, she went to her mama. She said, Mama, I want to walk. I want to get this thing off. And all of her family members said, keep it on. You can't do that. You take it off and you're going to fall. She ripped it off at 9 years of age. Started limping around kind of with a rhythmic motion. At 13, she had this idea, this dream. You know what she said? I want to be the world's fastest runner. She went to her mama and her mama said, you can do it. All of her friends and neighbors said, are you a sick child? What's wrong with you? She started running in every race. In high school, she lost every race. The story goes that sometimes she'd come in 2 hours late. Finally, her last race in high school, she won. She went on to Tennessee State University because she's from the hills of Tennessee. She found a coach there named Ed Temple. She turned to the coach, said, Coach, I want to be the world's fastest runner. And he looked at her and he says, you can do it. She started. She qualified for the U.S. Olympics. She ran against the fastest woman in the world at that time, a German lady named Etta Heinz. She met her in the 100 race. She beat her. She ran in the 200. She beat her. This is the world's fastest woman. It was going into the relay, and she was the one that had the position number 3. She grabbed the baton. She was running. When she reached for the baton, she dropped it. She dropped it, and Etta, the number 1 runner in the world, took off ahead of her. She grabbed the baton. She ran as hard as she could run and got side by side with Etta, looked over and barely beat her, and ended up with 3 gold medals. Wilma Rudolph from Tennessee that had a dream. Everything begins with a dream. Not only have a dream, but give that dream away. That's our responsibility. Mama, I want to be the world's fastest runner.